My Discord over the last week has blew up with Cineworld Dream. A lot of people jumping in on the Cineworld Dream, hoping to become multi-time millionaires. If you're interested in that type of thing, please continue to watch. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you're all well. Usually on Sundays, I release a week ahead video talking about the stock picks, talking about some news, things like that. Markets are closed tomorrow in the USA, so I thought I'd take the time just to do a Pacific LSE, London Stock Exchange only stock. And Cineworld's on trend, so I'm kind of trying something here. I'll be honest, I'm doing it for the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to grow this channel, so if you do appreciate that kind of thing, please help me grow the channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you. To start off, we'll have a quick summary of Cineworld. I first invested in Cineworld about 2 years ago. When COVID hit, all these types of stocks went massively down. Understandably, you weren't allowed out of your house, and a place that relies on customers is going to suffer. So I used it as a bit of a rebound play. Initially made a few pounds on it, and that was it. I was out of Cineworld, no interest in holding that long. So to have Cineworld come back on my radar over the last couple of weeks warmed the old heart, but unfortunately it wasn't for the right news. Bankruptcy, never a word that you want to hear with any type of stock, but a real issue for a lot of stocks going into the future here. This is a very nervy time for the markets, and I've covered this to death on the channel, and tomorrow's video I will be lifting moods and spirits by talking more about the market uncertainty. I'm calling this downtrend since October. I've told you about taking cash off the table, sitting tight. We've been following this the whole way down. We went into the bear market, we went into a recession. All these things that we've been calling over the last year, it's unfortunately happened, and I foresee one hell of a bad turn coming up, but that's enough of the doom and gloom. Cineworld have unfortunately been caught up in this. They've over leveraged before COVID, trying to expand cinemas, acquisitions, grow their cinema experience. And to be fair, the cinema experience in Belfast, in the Cineworld 4DX, moving seats, water squirting on you, cold air blowing you, I have to say it is phenomenal. Pricey, but phenomenal experience. So I'll be very sad to see Cineworld if they do go. I'm hoping that they do get saved or a buyout, but that is the disclaimer. This is a company that has a high probability that it is going to go bankrupt. Trust me, when the words come out, we're bankrupt, stocks do not perform well. They sink like a stone. But we can see here roughly, it was sitting at around £2 a share. And before COVID hit, and it sunk like a stone down to about 50p a share. And excuse the smoke alarm, I do have a battery coming. This is where some of us bought in here, and then we read it up, and we've seen it go back up and recover pretty well to over £1 a share. But it has, unfortunately, over the last year, really has just been on a downwards trajectory. Now, the general market has been on a downwards trajectory. So even if we look at it from that point of view, from the downwards trajectory, it's being down 70%, isn't out of sync with the rest of general markets. So I kind of look at that and we'll go, okay, that's okay. But what we're really talking about here is this news. News broke on August 16th, bankruptcy, 81% down. And to the absolute lows, it was 91% down after already pulling back 60%. So this stock, to say it's on its knees, is an understatement. It is very much hanging on by a thread. But over the last 5 days, we've seen a bit of a pump happening. If we look at it from Tuesday opening bell to the highs, the stock is up over 250%. Hence why people are getting excited, and there's been a lot of traction on my Discord. Is obviously blew up, and we've made some great coin. Now, I knowing my risks, and as I said, the disclaimer is you will probably lose every single penny if you invest in this. If you are nervous about losing your money, don't go near this stock. I want to make that very, very clear. You will lose every penny if you don't know what you're doing. This is a company riddled with not just millions of pounds of debt, billions of pounds of debt. The second biggest, largest cinema experience in the world is on its knees. They put that filing out, it is over. And just to even give a bit more meat on those bones, our Cineworld, biggest independent shareholder, dumps almost its entire remaining stake after struggling group admits it could file for bankruptcy in the US, and that only came out yesterday. So when your biggest holder is going, I'm out of here, what's that tell me? It tells me that he's got a bit of a pump out of it, and he's went, I'm taking my chips off the table. This isn't something that a major shareholder does, especially the biggest independent one. They will have a wee bit of insight here, guys. So again, be very careful if you're investing in Cineworld Dream. Danger's my middle name. I too like to live in danger. We're throwing money in. I'm not going to put it up too much because I don't want to show what people were investing. I don't normally do that in the Discord. We don't usually talk about the kind of stakes that we're putting in, we try to work on percentage basis to have more of a sort of even playing field for everyone. But this one, we're just firing in and people were just getting excited. I threw a few £100 in, then it became a couple of grand. We were just going bonkers with it. And the reason we're going bonkers with it is because this thing was just paying out all day, and I like a bit of thrill. So this is a part of my portfolio that I don't mind risking. I'm sitting very cash heavy because of all the money that I've taken out of my longer holds, because of the market uncertainty, because of the recession, depression, you know, the absolute mess that's going to come down the road. But I'm enjoying this because we're going to make a few pounds. Held a good bit of money. Me and myself, Brendan, I think, are the only ones left in it over the weekend. We really rolled the dice. A bias just came in on the day chart. We're looking strong, massively oversold, hence the price. It doesn't take much for this stock, the price, to shift. There will be news coming out. People will start getting excited about it. The RSI, MACD starting to look a bit of strength there. On the 4-hour chart, we become a buy. If you bought this on the 4-hour, you'd be up 144%. You'd still be in this trade. The green, smooth, Hacking candles here showing strength. Massive sell-off on Friday. The reason probably being is because most people wouldn't have the cojones, and rightly so probably, to hold this over the weekend. Because if you hold this over the weekend, news could have came out yesterday or today. At the time of this recording, it is 2:30 on Sunday. So far, there has been no filing for bankruptcy. This could all change between now and tomorrow, 8:30 a.m.'s bell. But I anticipate that we could see a bit more of a run on this. It is purely speculative, of course. But if I go back to my Discord, Brandon correctly put in this. We can see here 3 buys that all came in after the 4:30. 453, 482,000, 73,000. Big buys, big dreams. What will Cineworld do this week? I've been trading it kind of on the 1/2-hour chart. If you bought this using the trading course, again, there's a link down below. £99, guys. I'm giving this away. And I've also done a new thing to try and help the youth, because this is going to be arguably the worst generation to come, / kind of generation that I'm in. Good times. So I'm helping anyone under the age of 21, if they want to get access to the trading course, DM me. We can have a chat. I'm offering it to a lot of people for free. So if you're interested in that type of thing, you can learn this here. To buy here on this buy symbol, you get access to all these symbols. Anyone wants to pay £99, it is a small fee to learn how to trade, to learn how to do all this, to get access to all these indicators, money saving tips, the list goes on. If you bought this here and wrote it up from the lows to the highs, you're up 228%. So those that are in the trading course will know the situation that is required, where I would have been. I would have probably, most likely, considering this, I would have been out at about 187%. That's where I would have sold this dream if I was holding and buying from that point. And the Hacking candles here is still running, but they've just turned. That's a Friday sell-off. That's what happened on Friday. I anticipate this to re-pick up and go this week. We will see. I could be completely wrong. It is a pump and dumper. Do not make that mistake of thinking, oh, I'm going to hold this here, we'll see where it goes. Don't make comparisons to AMC or GameStop. It could be a short squeeze. All those things definitely could be there. Just know, if you're in on this, you could lose every penny you have. But if you've got a bit of a dangerous side and you like the gamble, it's one there that I anticipate this week potentially being a big week for the Cineworld dream. Price targets then, if we look at the day chart firstly, the thing is just obviously sunk like an absolute stone. So there is no volume. If there's no volume on the way down, meant no one was buying. It was just a complete another sell-off, which means that there's not much floor. We can see a lot of people, a lot of volume buying at this level. A lot of people holding, a lot of people still holding. I mean, this stock is still looking very bullish, no doubt about it. So it's not like it's sold off massively on Friday. Some people took their chips off the table, but I would dare say that was most people just taking some profits. I wouldn't say that most of them people actually sold into their entire stake. A lot of people in the Discord playing with house money. I know Brandon is. I'm almost playing with house money. I'm a wee bit more in than what I actually have, but it's virtually free at this stage. We almost got up to 7p a share. We're at 4.5. So you're talking 2p a share more already, just to get back up to the highs that we've already seen. But if we go from here, where do I see it going? Well, it's gotta go to about 9p. It has gotta go to about 9 to 10p. It's just gonna gap straight up. Who's to say, with the volume, the attraction, perhaps the general market sentiment goes well, who's to say this doesn't jump to 14p? And then within that, who's to say this just doesn't really rally, get really pumped up and go to 17p, which would be a 260% rise from these levels. Those are the stages I would look at: the step up, the next step up, and then the final step up. By that stage, I would imagine I will be well out of this trade if we get to that level. It seems highly unlikely that we're going to see such a high rise, but stranger things have happened. I have seen over the years so many stocks like this get that just rocket ship strapped to it. Builds up momentum, memes start going about, Cineworld are going to do this, something comes out just about, they've had a big cinema day yesterday, £3 ticket sales, if sales are through the roof, you know, just things like this here gather a bit of momentum. But do not forget, for the love of God, do not forget, this is really on its knees. Definitely wouldn't look at this for a long-term hold. I have absolutely no desire to hold Cineworld. I do not care less about the stock. It is absolutely being run to the ground. It is in shambles, but within that, I'm in on the dream. Very happy to see if I can close out some good profits this week on it. Please leave your comments down below. Do you believe Cineworld is a buy for the long haul? Do you foresee them getting themselves out of the wood? Do you think someone's going to step in, perhaps buy it? Will it be partly sold off, but the stock still go? There's so many variables, so many ways this could play out. I am very intrigued by the Cineworld dream, but I'm not going to be getting greedy. I'm going to be playing it. Ideally, only leaving in-house money. Ideally, even better yet, leave in-house money, having taken profits with me as well. That's the scenario really that I want to be into, and I'm hoping by the close of play on Monday/Tuesday, I will be in that position. So I'll keep you informed, obviously in the Discord. If you're interested, get the links below. £99 for the trading course. It includes lifetime pass to the Discord. It's a no-brainer. And finally, I would check out this video. This is a more balanced, realistic approach to trading, and this will tell you how to dollar cost average into compounding interest to become a millionaire. The real way to invest, guys. As much as the Cineworld is providing me with a bit of fun, a lot of people could lose a lot of money. Definitely, most certainly, know the risks, trade safe, and I will catch you in the next video. Please like, subscribe. Peace.